Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play Blades of Avernum. Last episode, we managed to find out what is being guarded here at Fort Salawind. A grove known as the Cradle, which contains all sorts of magical plants and herbs and that sort of stuff that we have no idea why or what's going on or anything like that. As we came back, we discovered that we found out who's been... we found in the cradle was planted more yellow glove, a plant that causes the creatures to go insane just when they smell it. And when we went outside, we found the one who is in charge, Lily, or Lilia. Yeah, I think it's Lilia, the alchemist from back in town. But we still don't know why, or how she's getting in. There has to be another way in, so we need to find it and deal with it. Before you stands Lilia. Before you thought that she was just an ordinary mage living a quiet life in a remote region of the Empire. Now you know better. Questions race through your head, each screaming to be answered, but something seems off. Behind her is a large cauldron. Steam is rising from it. Lilia spins around to face you. She looks quite startled. What are you doing here? The irony of the question crosses your mind. What is in the cauldron? She shakes her head. That's for me to know and you to find out. She won't say more. How did you get in here? She motions to a small boat about 20 feet away. There's a small, well-hidden route through the swamp. I found it a while ago after the Empire claimed this place. What is a yellow glove for? Lilia looks surprised. You know about that, do you? I should have given you more credit. The yellow glove is why the beasts are going mad. Something about the pollen causes them to act aggressively. I used that aspect to turn the beasts against Fort Salawind. They made an excellent distraction. Who exactly are you? I suppose a little history lesson is in order. Lilia is not my real name, but that isn't important. I used to be a smuggler and thief by profession. I was one of the lucky few who managed to stay out of Avernum during Hawthorne's reign. I always had a knack for magic, a fact I used many times during my criminal career. When I had accumulated more enemies than I could count, I figured it was time to retire. I traveled among the wilder lands in the Empire for a while before coming here. Not long after I arrived, I discovered this place. I studied it for a while. Then the Empire came and built its fort, effectively cutting me off. Why did you attack the fort? The Empire's actions have provoked me. I simply wish to study this great wonder. They built that fort to keep people like me out. They have no idea what lengths I will go to continue my studies. Lilia spins around to face the cauldron. Enough talk. My little project is finally finished. You know, you really should learn to tell when someone is stalling for time. The smoke coming from the cauldron suddenly turns a deep purple. Lilia dips a small ladle in and sips a green liquid from it. A moment passes. Then Lilia doubles over in pain and a strange green light begins emitting from her body. Alright, I'm going to be... I guess I should have figured that out. We need to deal with Lilia quickly. And she's summoning a lot of minions. I'm not liking this. Fortunately... deal with those minions relatively easily. Ow! Lilia staggers. You're surprised she has been able to sustain such grievous wounds and still battle, but now the effort is getting to her. Before you can deliver a death blow, she turns sharply and dashes deeper into the cradle. Ahead, you can see a narrow route that would take you out of the cradle. You have no idea where this would put you, and it would be best if you didn't get lost. You turn back. Ah, so that's how we get to this mandrake. go after her in a minute. First... You search the berries again, but are unable to find any more ripe berries. Won't get any more from here. Well, crap. Used up what they had. Alright, well, fortunately we have some potions, so... And we can actually make some more. Excellent. Damn. We were only able to make 2, weren't we? No, we could only make 2, so... Alright, give 1 to Draco. The question is, what was in there? When you try to walk farther into the cradle, you are stopped by an energy field. You cannot see the field, but you can feel the energy radiating off of it as it makes your hair stand on end. You could try to run through it, but there is no guarantee you would survive. You turn back. Fine then, I guess we leave. I found Lilia in the cradle. There is another entrance. You tell him about your encounter with Lilia in the cradle. He listens intently until you finish. So, she is still somewhere in the cradle. You respond affirmatively. I see. We won't be safe as long as she's loose. You and I have one last mission to complete. We're going deeper into the cradle than anyone here has been, and we're going to find and stop Lilia. Let's go. Of course. Let me give another try here. Maybe... No. Alright then. I shouldn't have eaten those berries beforehand. When you try to walk farther into the cradle... Okay. Balmer steps up and starts weaving a spell. It takes a moment, but he manages to remove the field. You work your way through the vivid underbrush of the cradle until you emerge to find something you did not expect. A building. At least it was a building at one point in life. Now it is a ruin, a hollow shell consisting of little more than walls and a crumbling or crumbled ceilings. From what you can see, it is fairly large and incredibly old. You don't see any signs of life from here, but there is little doubt that this is where Lilia is hiding. Indeed. Can't go through there. Can go through here. We found her. Before we go in, I want to take a look. Okay, that's locked. Alright. You've managed to find Lilia. A moment ago she was hard at work on another potion. Now she has her full attention focused on you. Well, we managed to make it in. Now we just need to deal with her. Thank you for that. How about one of these? She seems to be focusing on summoning. Hits but does no damage. That's really a bother. She must have drunk an invulnerability potion. Yep, she's invulnerable. That explains his. Still invulnerable. How long is this going to take for the invulnerability to go away? Ah, good. It's gone. Now we just need to smack her down. For a moment it looks like you've beaten Lilia, but she quickly pulls out and quaffs a potion. You prepare yourself for some nasty result. Instead, she moves to the south doors with lightning speed, unlocks them, and dashes out. Lilia is gone, but in her haste she left the key in the lock. Pocket it. Excellent. See if we can find anything else in there. An energy potion. Definitely need that. And we got some healing herbs out of this. And what's back here? More herbs. Toadstools. I wonder if that key we got... It does. It unlocks this. There's something in the middle here. As you walk down this passageway, a small glass bottle comes flying from the south. It crashes into the floor and shatters. This is followed by a small explosion. The blast isn't big enough to hurt you. The collapsing roof is a different matter. And now we can't go through, so we have only this route to go through. Alright, Bonnie, drink this elixir. Alright, let's see what's in here. In the middle of this large room stands a shade. The being is blurred and flickers from time to time. If it's as old as these ruins, it must have been made by powerful magic to have survived for so long. The shade floats above a glowing rune. It says nothing. Even at this distance, you can't make out exactly what the shade was made to look like. Enough of its form is warped that you're not even sure it was humanoid. Hello. The shade responds. The sound is distorted and warped beyond recognition. What is this place? Again, the shade responds, but you still can't tell what it's saying. I'm looking for a mage named Lilia. More distorted sounds emanate from the shade. Seems the ages have not been kind to it. Never mind. You leave the ancient shade. Just uncover as best I can. I mean, we can walk over to here, but I don't think we can actually get into anything over here. It's an entire ruined building over there that I don't think we'll be able to reach. But it seems like Lily is back. Oh, or we can. There's a faint medicinal scent in the air. You stop and try to determine what it is, but you don't recognize it. Whatever it is a sure sign that Lilia is close. So she must be in there. Let me just take a look at what's on the other side of this place first. Well, someone definitely died. They must have been in there when this place collapsed. There's a body here, too. With an unidentified necklace. Not going to wear it. Alright. So we know Lilia's over there. Alright. In we go. When you enter this room, you are instantly assailed by the fumes emanating from the cauldron set all about it. Whatever Lilia has been doing in here has made this a very unpleasant place to be. Lilia, however, seems not to notice the fumes. You have no idea how, but the environment is phasing her. That was bad. Oh, that's interesting. Ow. to hit here. Would be nice if the mage would actually come in here and help. Forest Cage, not pleased about that. She's temporary and vulnerable. And that was terror. And we lost someone. Okay, reloading. Alright, let's try this again, but this time... we'll have all this out. And one of those. Enter combat. That I definitely don't like. Could not remove that. Definitely don't like this. Yeah, she's temporary and vulnerable. Of course she is. Acid. Wonderful. Still no damage. You need to drink this. And... yeah, a little. Damn it! Okay, this is very harsh. Reloading. This is indeed a huge problem. So let's try this again. Okay. Maybe if we slow her. Okay, you need to remove that terror. Fire arrows. I'm hoping that the slow helped out a lot. I think we got her. Finally, Lilia falls. She has no more tricks or escape routes she can use to save herself. You've run her down, trapped her, and now bested her. You breathe a heavy sigh of relief. Unfortunately, that relief is short-lived. Before dying, Lilia produces an egg-shaped, ruby-hued object. You recognize it as a phoenix egg. Before you can stop her, she smashes it against the ground. Flames erupt and quickly consume Lilia's body. The quickfire starts spreading out, ready to devour everything in its path. Balmer leaps forward and tries to contain the flames. Blue lights flash before your eyes as Balmer battles with the quickfire. Spell after spell collides with the raging inferno, beating back flames that are quickly replaced by new ones, cascading out from where the egg broke. A full, nerve-wracking minute passes before Balmer finally admits defeat. He spends his last ounce of strength to haste himself and makes a mad dash for the entrance to the ruins. As he speeds by, you hear him shout, "Run!" Oh, that's bad. Okay, that helped. Oh, right. Oh, shit, it came through! It must have come out the back door. Ah, crap. Okay, reloading. Okay, before I do this now... yeah, that's basically the route we need to take. There we go. Okay, let's try this again. With less dying this time. Lilia produces a very small phial filled with a clear liquid from her robes. She uncorks it and downs the contents in a single gulp. After a moment, her skin begins to shine white and you can feel magical energy flowing off it. And she's temporarily invulnerable. Great. Great, this is exactly what I wanted. I was hoping to kill her before she managed to go invulnerable. First time went so well. Okay, gotta reload again. This is definitely something we can and will do. Alright. Oh wait, she produced the phial and healed herself. She's invulnerable. Okay. When she does this invulnerability, I'm just going to reload, because that's where it was coming out. But yeah, when the invulnerability happens, I'm just going to reload. Alright, let's try this again. That's nice. Alright, there we go. Now, we need to get out of here. Damn it! Reloading. Okay. We can and will beat this. She didn't drink it. And there we go. Now we just have to get out of here. No! That was not where we were supposed to end up. Damn it! Reloading again. As I said, we can and will get through this. Okay, remove the terror. Okay. Too late. Can't close the door in time. Ah, shit. Okay. We can get out of here. Oh, frick. Ah, damn it! If only that haste hadn't worn off. Ugh, reloading. If we were able to close that door, we would have bought ourselves some time. But, though I think it does only move one space if we... I don't know. Reload. Let's try this again. And thank you for casting haste on us. It didn't help us as much as I'd hoped. Okay. Now we have time that we can run out of here. Close the door. And begin running. No, I'm not attacking that thing. I think closing the door actually helped out immensely. I see it coming. Get a haste on Fox so we can get out of there sooner. You managed to make it a safe distance from the quickfire. You can see the flames licking hungrily at the ruins and surrounding flora. Even now you can see the remaining roof collapse and several walls crumble. Soon little will be left. You find Balmer kneeling on the grass. His shock is evident on his face. He just stares at the flames, unmoving. For a moment you're afraid you'll have to carry him back to the fort, but he regains his senses after a minute or so. When Balmer speaks, his voice is hoarse. I can't believe it. So much destruction, simply because she couldn't bear to part with this place. He then begins a dazed walk in the direction of Fort Salomond. Well, we made it out. Hopefully the quickfire doesn't destroy the rest of the cradle. You breathe a sigh of relief now that you're back in Fort Salomond. One of the guards addresses you and says that Balmer wishes to you in his lab. Balmer waits for you to speak. Now what should I do? The only problem we have now is the remaining beasts affected by the Yellow Glove. That's a problem that the soldiers can handle themselves. You've done more than enough for us. In fact, there is something I want to give you. It's a recipe that I've used many times over the years for various reasons. He proceeds to teach you how to make a restoration brew. Thank you again for your assistance. Your services are no longer needed here. Okay, then. Oh, is this actually... Oh, that's the quartermaster. The quartermaster managed to make it to this section of Fort Salawind when the fort was abandoned. Not only that, but he managed to bring along his supplies. Yeah, we have a few small things to sell here. Oh, we do have something that needs identified. A knowledge charm. +5 to rune reading, +2 to potion making. I think I'll probably sell it. Didn't get much loot, but we got some stuff. And from here we can leave. We already cleared out all the beasts, so we're good. And now, I think we can just leave the area entirely. Can we say anything to, I don't know, the keeper here? Not really. Alright, well, I guess we can leave now. To the north runs a road leading back to civilization. You could leave these swamps this way if you wanted. Continue. You make your way back to the center of the Empire and report your success. You're given a small sum of money for your trouble and are told never to speak of what you saw or else. Never again do you hear of Fort Salawind. The Empire does an exceptional job of keeping it secret. Still, you know that within those walls, research continues to be done only because of your efforts. The end. And thus ends that scenario. Which, again, was a fairly decent scenario. I liked it. I liked this and the previous scenarios. This BJ Earls guy, I think he only did 2 scenarios, but he's shown to himself to be very good at making a mystery and keeping it hidden. He managed to make twists that I didn't see coming. You saw a couple episodes ago when that apprentice showed up. I was like, of course, he must have been the one in charge. I mean, we can tell it must be the flowers that are causing this. The whole thing, I was going between different things. First, I was like, oh, obviously the experiments conducted at this fort are what are causing the beast to go crazy. Then we found that flower, and, well, that was the only hint we had, and when he mentioned something about the flower, I was like, oh, of course, these flowers are what are causing it. And then when the apprentice showed up, I was like, of course, the apprentice was over at the crypt, so he must have been causing the problem. And then we actually found Lilia, and she was the one who was doing all this. It was deception after deception, and it worked very well. It all felt natural. I really like this guy and the scenarios he made. They are fairly good. Someone may need to go over it with an editor's look for some of the lines, but for the most part, it was good. Next episode, we're going to move on to someone else. I did one of his scenarios before out of order, but it's no big deal. We'll get back to him next time, when we'll move on to Neiman. That'll be in the next episode. So until then, I'm Chester44, that is Fox, Sheik, Bonnie, and Draco. This has been a Blades of Avernum Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.